Welcome to Moments with Mary on this marvelous Monday. Today is more than marvelous. It is miraculous. It is August 9th, 2021, and it's hot in the Delta with the breeze. I want to continue to say thank you to all healthcare professionals and frontline persons who are diligently making sure we are safe. Please help them by taking care of yourself. Mask and get vaccinated. Today, I am standing on the south back veranda of the Washington County Courthouse, and I will share a bit about RG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And Alicia, thank you for watching. The story of Ruth Bader Ginsburg is written by Susan B. Katz, and it's a biography book for new readers. It's divided into chapters. There's the chapter 1 that the title is A Trailblazer is Born. There's chapter 2, the early years. Chapter 3, A Woman in a Man's World. Chapter 4, Fighting Equality. Chapter 5, It's a Woman's World Too. Chapter 6, Inside the Courtroom. Chapter 7, Justice Ginsburg. Chapter 8, So who is Ruth Bader Ginsburg? There's a glossary and a bibliography. The cover of the book reads, Ruth Bader Ginsburg became the second woman to serve as a justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. Hello. Before she fought for equal rights and made history, Ruth was a curious kid who wished girls could have as many opportunities as boys. She soon learned that by studying and working hard, she could change her entire life and the world. Explore how Ruth went from being a young Jewish girl during World War II to one of the most celebrated leaders in America. How will her story inspire you? So I'll just share a bit about her. It says, meet Ruth Bader Ginsburg. When Joanne Ruth Bader came into the world on March the 15th, 1933, she seemed born to be a fighter. She kicked so much as a baby that her big sister Marilyn called her Kiki. Everyone else called her Ruth. Ruth was a curious child who loved to read. Among her favorites was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, about a smart, confident girl named Jo and her sisters. Tales of strong girls surely inspired Ruth. Maybe Ruth always knew she had an important cause to fight, for over the course of her life, she had been a trailblazer in American history. When she grew up, Ruth became the second woman ever to sit on the Supreme Court of the United States, the highest court that makes decisions for the whole country. Ruth has helped change many laws to make the United States more fair for women. As a leader, lawyer, and judge, she fights a fight for justice and equal rights for all people. Every day, Ruth worked hard to improve the world we live in. What changes has she made, and what inspired her to make them? Let's journey back in time to find out. Well, Ruth was born in 1933 in Brooklyn, New York. At that time, boys could grow up to be doctors, lawyers, writers, or anything else they wanted to be. But girls were expected to become wives, mothers. Women who worked outside the home had very few options for jobs. Careers like being a nurse, a teacher, or secretary were thought of as fitting for women. Most other jobs were off limit. Women who did have jobs were paid much less than men who were doing the same work. That wasn't the only unfair thing. Even though the first presidential election in the United States took place in 1789, women weren't allowed to vote until 1920, more than 30 years later. Ruth Bader Ginsburg started kindergarten in 1938. There were so many other kids in her class named Joanne that she went by her middle name, Ruth, instead. Ruth loved to read. Her mother, Cecilia, took her to the public library every Friday after school. Handwriting was harder for Ruth. She was left-handed, and at the time, teachers made all children write with their right hands. This frustrated Ruth to the point of tears. She even got a D in handwriting. After that, she vowed to write only with her left hand. From a very young age, Ruth fought against even the smallest injustices. Ruth also didn't think it was fair that girls had to take sewing and cooking while the boys took woodshop. She wished she could have as many choices and opportunities as the boys had in school. Despite her D in